What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Infinite Gains, and we're back with an update video. Actually, 45 minutes ago, Roaring Kitty posted this this post. I think it's from Futurama. This dog is like waiting for his master to return for like 12 years or some shit. I don't know what to make of it. I guess we can try to read the comments and try to find something. His name is Seymour Asses. Okay. We're seeing some tinfoil. I don't really know. Previous kitty posts haven't really done anything. I mean, he's made posts and it's kind of like pump and dumped, and like they're kind of losing their effect. Maybe this has effect tomorrow. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just kind of a nothing to me until we see some price action to kind of back it up. Because this was brutal. This drop, it didn't, like, in retrospect it made sense, but you really needed to break this and use it as support and just continue making higher lows. This was, to be honest with you, was a bit unusual. I mean, you knew that the value area high was going to be resistance, right? Like we knew that. I mean, we were talking about that for ages. Like, we knew it was going to be resistance, but to have such a dramatic dump from that zone, it didn't make too much sense, to where like even the 50 SMA wasn't able to act as support. Support levels that we are looking at. So you do have the daily 100 SMA sitting at 25.34, the daily 200 SMA at 23.49, and then ultimately your daily point of control at 22.30. Look, if you break, you should not even be touching 22.30. That is like last resort. Like, this shouldn't even be happening. If you break the daily 200 at 23.49, like, this shit's probably cooked. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, the play's probably dead. Like, it's actually cooked at that point. Like you should just be going up from here. Like, you have to V-shape up from this area. Not really V-shape, but like you just have to recover back to the value area high. Like, you have to recover from this zone. Like, I'll give it the daily 200. Like, I'll give it the daily 200 SMA at 25.34. But like it just has to recover. Like, it just has to. Like, if you go all the way down to 23.49 and lose that level, like, this shit's dead. Like I will say this, like, if it even goes that low, like, it could only go that low for like a second before it just fucking rips back to the upside. Like, I'll give it like a fair value gap tag here at like 23, worst case scenario. Like that's worst case scenario. Like, worst case scenario, like, you literally tag the daily 200 SMA and then MOAS from that level, like blow up from that level. Like, that's like worst case scenario. Like, you have to recover from this area. Realistically, like, this zone should hold. Like, if we go to the 4 hour, like, you just have to recover. Like, you just have to recover, make it back above like this, the 4 hour point of control at 28.89. Like, you need to be testing that soon. Like, within a week. Like, you need to make it above 30.78 and start thinking about gap fill. I mean, you're just limited. You're just limited to the downside, because it just gets to a point where like all the momentum is dead. Like, it's dead. Like if you go below the daily 200, like, that shit's cooked. Like, that shit's actually cooked. Like, you have to recover from here. Like, full stop. Like, full stop. You have to recover. Like, worst case scenario, like, I'll give it the daily 200 at 23.49. That's like worst case scenario. Like, I'll give it the daily 200 and it better bounce from that level, or like this shit's dead. Like, for real. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see that coming, man. I think a lot of people did not see that coming as well. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I tried to make posts like on my Twitter, You must have a daily close over 34.65 and 36.71 broke and have an extended move to not get excited until that occurs. Um, you know, I'm making posts, about shares do not expire. Always have a clear head for good risk management. I don't know. I didn't expect that to happen, but at the same time, it's I literally told people to sell their calls and have a good position in shares and don't over leverage yourself because I knew the Jan 17s were cooked, full stop. I knew them bitches were cooked, regardless. But I didn't see this drop. I didn't see the drop at all. To be completely honest with you. But that's that's why you have to have a strong, a clear head and a good strategy for risk management because you'll get caught up in things like that where just some random shit happens and it's and you're fucking balls deep in some call options that were gonna expire anyways, and you had an opportunity to sell them, and it's I don't know. It gets kind of to the point where it's we're kind of gambling, which is fair. You're supposed to take risks, right? You're supposed to take high amount of risks, with a low amount of capital. Because, to be honest with you, risk management and shit like that is for capital preservation. If you have millions of dollars, you shouldn't even be in GME. That's some actual retarded shit. If you have millions of dollars, you should be, actually having, trading strategies and, actual thinking actually about, risk management. If you don't have millions in the bank, well, it's perfectly fine to take, high risk trades. It's perfectly fine if your call options expire because who gives a shit? We're here to build up, a decent amount of capital in which we can actually build out real strategy. So I don't blame people for buying calls. Absolutely. I've done it myself. I've bought calls in GME and AMC that have expired worthless. I've done that shit myself. Basically what I'm just saying is just have a safe strategy. Shares don't expire. They can't liquidate you with shares unless the company literally goes bankrupt. Which I don't think GameStop's gonna be going bankrupt anytime soon. So just don't put your entire life savings into freaking call options and and kind of just bitch and complain when they don't hit because nobody knows when MOAS is. I posted that several times. Nobody freaking knows when MOAS is, bro. Nobody does. I don't care what they say. I don't care who they are. Nobody knows when it is. So just have patience and just stack shares. If you're not up for the risk, just stack shares. Just stack shares. There's some guy in my Discord. Literally, all he does is just buy shares, and he's chilling. If the price drops, he's even happier because he's well, shit, I can just buy the shares for even cheaper now. I can load up the boat. He's not worried about his shares expiring. He's not under an insane amount of stress over a 10% drop. He's he doesn't give a shit because he just buys more shares. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Anyways, with AMC, it's man, you have to do something here because it's literally looking like you're going down to 273. So that's your daily value area low. I feel it feels weird even saying that, but this chart looks ugly, man. It looks ugly. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not looking at anything that looks good right now. Other than the fact that typically AMC looks like shit before it explodes. But you literally have a rejection on your 4 hour from the value area low, and there's nothing else. You had that little temporary bounce and got rejected from your daily 20 SMA, but it's there's nothing down there except for the daily value area low. There's literally nothing else down there except for 273. It has to bounce at 273. So I'll say this. If we go to the 4 hour, you're at support right now. So if you come back in here and bounce or something like this, that's perfectly fine. If we try to recover the value area low 416. But if you break this, you're going to 273. You're going to 273. if $3 breaks, you're going to 273 full stop. So like I would say this honestly, like if you come down and on the 4-hour chart and you don't bounce at like 336, if you don't bounce at like 336, this shit's cooked. Like unless you do something like this, nah, you're literally you're hitting the daily value area low. Like, and as much as that sucks, there's nothing else down there. Like there's just nothing. Like you're just going to shit the bed and hit 273 and hopefully have like some kind of explosive price action from that level. I mean you're stuck under all the daily SMAs, you're stuck under your 4-hour value area low, and you're stuck under your daily point of control at 497. I mean, I'm not looking at a lot of things that look good on this chart. I'm just being completely honest with you. Like, I would be a buyer at the daily point of control at like 273. You know, unless this thing, you know, crazy V shapes from here or something like that and like reclaims, you know, like $5. You know, I would be more inclined for some more downside. I mean, I would not be surprised if this thing double bottoms just like it did in 2021. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if it double bottoms just like this. Literally. It would literally hit just 273 and then bounce. And man, that would be crazy. But I mean, realistically, like, seriously, if you don't bounce from like 336, I mean, there's a good chance you're going down to 273. I'm just being real. Like, I'm just being honest. There's like, if 336 doesn't hold, you're probably going to go down to $3. If $3 doesn't hold, you're definitely going to 273, like full stop. Like full stop. I know that sounds, I know that sucks, but I mean, you got to think about it. Like, you're already at 340. Like, you might as well, like you might as well just hit 273. Like, we're already shitting the bed, and the chart looks like shit on the daily even. So it's like you might as well just tag the 273 and then try to have a chance at like a huge bounce like on the daily chart. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, yeah. But, so with costs is actually right at that daily 200 SMA. At 651, it just tagged it, I mean, perfectly. So, I mean, I would be a buyer here. I'd be kind of surprised if we lost the 200, because that would be kind of bearish, pretty bearish. Yeah, I mean, we should see some kind of bounce from this zone, from that daily 200 at 651. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to look at. You just need a bounce from this zone. You need to break 943, and you need to break 1248. And man, price action has just been extremely boring for all these stocks. I mean, just to be honest with you, it's just like it's just been extremely boring. Yeah, and I guess that's like the name of the game. They want to bore you out. And again, you know, that's like, since my very first video, I mean, I've just said to stick to shares. I've just had to stick to shares because you really can't even go wrong. You can't go wrong with shares. You know, they don't expire. You're not under a lot of stress. You're not having to like actively manage, you know, shares or anything like that. So, you know, I would just kind of reevaluate your strategies. You know, think about what you're doing and you know, kind of how you're approaching these stocks. But yeah, anyways, yeah, this all is for the video. It was just gonna be like a super quick video because something came up and I got super busy over the past couple of days. So I just want to make a quick video. I'll hopefully be posting, you know, more on Twitter and stuff, and have more content out for you guys. It's just been like a really busy few weeks. But yeah, in my next video, I'll hopefully have more time. We'll kind of regroup and we'll kind of like, you know, have like a more depth analysis and kind of just regroup on what we're thinking with the whole, you know, meme stock saga shit. But other than that, feel free to reach out to me on x.com. Feel free to join the Discord and reach out to me, and I'll reply to you, answer any questions you have or something. Other than that, yeah, super quick video. And you know, with Roaring Kitty posting, you know, hopefully some shit happens tomorrow, because I'm getting, damn, this is tiring, guys. Is this not tiring? Like, guys, it's January's almost over, guys. So you really got to think about it. If Roaring Kitty takes our ass a full 365 days from the May move, from May 13th or whenever the hell it happened, dude, he is a son of a bitch, dude. No way he's taking us a whole year. Guys, that's actually crazy. That's actually crazy that, like, we have been here for like almost 300 days. That is insane, guys. Holy crap. We have been here a minute. Do we not deserve a MOAS right now? Like, do we not deserve a MOAS? Like, we have been here for almost a year, guys. That is insane. I can't even believe it. This is like, this price action is so manipulated, it's actually crazy. It is actually insane. Like, they have snubbed every move. Man, I'm Roaring Kitty better get his shit together. like he better have this plan moving or something, bro, because I don't know how much longer I'm waiting for this shit. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you just got to give it up, you know, because there's just way more opportunity in the market, and, like, you know, it is what it is. Yo, I'll just say this, like, if we don't hit by June, like, deadass, if we don't MOAS by June, like, I'm out of this bitch, like, straight up. Like, cause at that point, like, you just can't give a shit. Like, at that point, like, you just can't take this shit seriously. Cause it's like, if you've been in here for over a year, nah, you just gotta cut your losses and get the hell out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we don't MOAS by June, nah, fuck this shit. Unless I'm seeing something insane, bro. If we don't hit by June, I don't know, man. I might be done, like, straight up. But hopefully price action reverses itself before then. Like, if we start recovering 34.65, chart starts looking like real bullish again, that's perfectly fine. And, like, honestly, like, we should be bouncing from this zone like soon, like this week, if not next week. Like, next week, you need to be bouncing from this zone back up to the value area high. Like, you have to recover this shit. You just can't, man. You just can't be bullshitting in this zone, because you just risk death. Like, below the daily 200 is straight up just death. Like, there's nothing for you below there except for death. Like, you really just can't be messing around with this zone. Like, you have to recover back up to 34.65, like, full stop. No, but, like, you have to break 34.65 for MOAS, and you have to break, like, $37 range, and then ultimately the $60 to $70 range. I mean, those are just requirements for MOAS. Like, it's as simple as that. Anyways, that's the whole video. Peace out, and see you guys in the next one.